Hello! Happy Friday, everybody!
My block!
My boat! Welcome in, Mac, Theron, Al, Dupu. Hope everybody's having a great week. The week is over. It's the weekend now.
My block!
It's his block. All right. Tonight. We're gonna make some things happen. No more days. That's it. End of days. Here we are. All right. So, first off, did some sprucing on this zone here. It's closer to what I want of in the cold food, out the hot food. So I still don't have the foam working properly. That's just a noise texture that's wiggling. One brain cell. So there's some subtle stuff going on here. Hey, Pixel. That's right, it is. It's spruced. Spruced like a goose. So one thing I found is that because this texture is very, not particularly textured, normally you cannot see a difference between this lower area and this upper area. It's all one shade of green. So I got an outline shader set up that adds a low opacity black around the surfaces of this solid object. You can kind of see it on the edge down here and across here. It works. Koibska. A little oak, a little spruce. They're I don't know what they're supposed to be. Just fun little trees hanging out in this colorful, bright, and happy-go-lucky world. Nothing happens when you jump in the water; you just fall through it forever. We'll have to do something about that. So I've got a big list of things I want for the player to be able to interact with in this early Chapter 1 zone. And one such idea I've got is some big flowers. Hey, Willow. Like some big, cartoonishly big flowers, but they start out small, and you have to go turn on the sprinklers, and then that waters the flowers, and then they grow into platforms. That's the idea. They will probably not be sunflowers because they will be facing straight up, and I have a stereotypical idea of sunflowers as always facing kind of angled out. So I'm going with something a little bit less sunflower specific. So I think I'm going to put a little cottage here, and it's going to have a little gear that you can turn that turns on the sprinklers. Yeah, maybe a bulb or maybe just very small, but that'll turn on the sprinklers. The platform, yes, platform system is working. I don't have it in place anywhere, but we did figure out what was going on. Just keep the sun straight up. Easy as that. So you're going to turn on the sprinkler over here, and then the camera has to pan over to this location where the flowers are, and then show the flowers animating to full size, and then the camera has to pan back over to the player. That is a cinematic scene. Peak cinema. Oh no. Oh no. We're losing him. So I have the basics of a cinematic system set up, which you will see when I turn this gear all the way. And attach. So that's the basics. What I've got here on the side, very smooth. That's the power of a lerp. Cinema. So fancy. So the idea is that now I can have these objects called cinematics, which I've designed, and they're very straightforward. They just have a series of steps. The steps can be whatever. This is the step for camera pan, and this is the step for camera revert. I have different types of steps. Well, that's an exaggeration. I have one type of step, but I have the system set up where I can have multiple types of steps. So this one is called the camera tween. There we go. So we can make more things like an animation plays, and that's what we're gonna do next. Now, I did not do the standard state machine that I have been previously doing. The coolest for our little robot, that's right. So the previous code I've been doing for things like attack animations and stuff is that it keeps trying to call a function until the function says, okay, this step is done, we can move on to the next function and start calling that over and over. And that, there's issues with that. There's some good stuff, some bad stuff with it. But ultimately, for cinematics, there's not really a choice in what happens next. So I don't have to do things like compute on the fly. Oh, now that the player has chosen to do this, we instead go down this other branch. I don't have to do that for these. So we're going on with something a little bit more straightforward, which is every step has a function it will run, and then it maintains a variable called callback, which just means that when the step has been completed, it will call the next one. Mario's enemies, good luck. Good luck. And that's all it has to do. And then it does a cleanup step after it's finished all the steps. And the steps are actually the child objects here, which we can make any kind of objects we want here as long as they are of type cinematic step, and it will work. So for this example one called camera tween, it passes in what thing we're trying to focus the camera on and how long it should take to get the camera there. And if I don't assign anything for it to focus on, that resets the camera back to the player. So very straightforward. Oh, that apostrophe. It's a dead giveaway. So we're gonna make another one of these for play and animation after we make an animation. So let's make a sample animation here. Let's see here. We're not gonna put it under this cinematic, I don't. Oh, and also I made it so that the spinner, if it has a cinematic under it, then when the spinner is filled up, it will start the cinematic. So that's why this is down here. So I'm gonna add a new animation player, and I'm gonna call that flower grow animation. And we're gonna temporarily make this very silly. And we're just going to add the position of this dummy mesh here. From here, cubic to well, actually, I guess we need to put this somewhere where we can see it, don't we? There we go. So it'll go whoop, like that. Very quick. In fact, let's make it a 2-second animation just so it has a little extra breathing room. All right, so now we need to build. See, that's gonna be a little bit tricky. Is how do I tell it to play the only animation it has? I don't know. Just blazing through the hangman. I need to get the little matching. Well, the problem with the matching game was it requires things to be on screen, which means if you're delayed a bit, then you can't see the actual clue as well. All right, so we're gonna make a new step. And we're gonna call it Cine animation. There's too many of them. There's like 900 of them. It's perfect. All right, so this is just a node. So I can say, wait, no. What is this? Yeah, we need it. Undo that. Instead, close, don't save. Okay, what I want is scene, new inherited scene. It is based on the cinematic step scene, and it is called Cine Animation. Perfect. Go ahead and save it as a new step type, and also extend the script. All right, so now we've got our new script ready, and it is fairly straightforward. All we need is a run function, which is going to do something, and we need an export for which animation player we're going to take in. It has to be an animation player. So what do we do with that animation player, and how can we do a callback from it? So to run it, if we just assume, this is probably a huge assumption. Animation player dot get animation list. Is that a thing we can do? Is that a thing we can do, maybe? Maybe. In fact, maybe open this script, and when we ready up, I just want to see, what does that do? Get animation list. What does that look like? Okay, it does have, yeah, it does have animations listed. And if I go in here, yeah, new anime. Okay, yeah, just one. So that's the one. Ely Mouse Dentist. Sunshine. I hated that eel. I don't think I've ever enjoyed an eel in any Mario game ever. They should make small eels. They should make small eels. That would be great. I'm trying to think of any good eel that has ever been in a video game. All right, so we're gonna take the list. If the number of animations is 1, then we know which one we want to play. Play whatever the first one is. That's the one. And then how do we do a callback? How do we do a callback? Godot, animation player, callback. Let's see here. Callback. Animation process callback. That's deprecated. Callback mode. What does this do? Callback mode method. The call mode used for call method oh. No, that's not what I want. I want to actually just say when the animation completes, call a function. A signal, maybe. I don't want to use the call method track if I can help it. I could just do a wait, maybe? I don't know if the speed scale would be something I need to deal with, though, in that case. I just want to do a callback when an animation is finished. I don't want to do it with this, if possible. Don't like it. Maybe I can connect a signal to it automatically. I'm worried would it already have a signal? Okay, so animation player has a signal that I can set on animation finished. Godot, GD script, signal. Connecting signal. Not in the editor. I want to do it in code. Here we go. Connecting a signal via code. All right. So what I do, I need to call connect method of the signal I want to listen to. Can I get an example here? Yes. Okay, it should be animation player dot connect, and then I give it the signal name. Wait. Connect. No, wait, hang on. Timer dot animation finished dot connect to callback. I think that's it. We're gonna try that. And see if that works. All right, so that means what I need to do is now take this animation step, add it to my cinematic, and then plug it in to the animation to tell it play that animation, and when it finishes, I'm done. And I can change the order of this as well. So it will pan, animate, and then revert the camera back. Here we go. Cross your fingers, everyone. I want to see this cube go up to this tree. Here it comes, maybe. Don't know if that worked. It is not currently on an animation. This guy's position is currently -12, 23. Which, okay, so that means the animation did play. The animation did play. So that's something. What does animation finish do? Oh, maybe it's because it has this extra parameter. It's failing to call the function. Maybe. In which case... we could do this. And let's go ahead and put this in here. try again. Rigged! Rigged racer! Man, I am flabbergasted that was that Tweed's first? That was his first partner application. That's really impressive. Okay, another little thing here to try. Yeah, that's honestly amazing. First try, idiot. Oh, I'm not even seeing this. I'm not seeing this first step playthrough here. Let's put a nice little debug message there. Green banner. Hulk reference? Okay, we get the first message. Oh, but not the second, implying that the number of animations is not what we expect. Flower Girl animation. Oh, it has a reset animation. What is it? Is it dot filter? One brain cell. Filter. Okay, so we can do dot filter where. Okay, there we go. Cannot find property. Oh, it's a packed string. Or what's a packed string array? What the heck's a packed string array? Okay, I can just construct it with... Okay, that's ugly. Let me have access to the filter function on a packed string array, please. My brain cell! I think it is a testament to the fact that we hang out entirely too much as a community. Oh, I saw it. The cube is there. The cube is there. The cube is there. All right, that's the first step. We did it. A packed stingray. Who's packing this stingray? That would have been an amazing guess, Al. People would have been calling rigged immediately. All right, so that works. We did it. We did it with an animation callback. I love it. That's a clean way to do that. There's no extra states to manage or anything. Then I wonder, can I get away with just this? Was the issue the reset call? Let's see if we see that shadow pass by. There it goes. Ah, okay. Yeah, that does have to, we do have to do it this way. That's fine. That's fine. There's a mismatch in the number of parameters. It doesn't like that. I get it. It's fine. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is make some big flowers. Here's what I got. It's a cylinder that has been beat up very badly. To make a nice platform that I think the hitbox will be very like, okay, yeah, that's a cylinder hitbox. It's second on my screen. It's close enough to a cylindrical shape that when you're standing on one, it'll be fine. It has a little bit of a dip down, but the hitbox is still going to be flat, I think. That's my plan, at least. And it's all just solid colors, which I should probably turn the roughness down or up on these. No reflections. Okay. Big flower. Easy. Okay, so now we're going to make that we're gonna make that part of specifically, well, should that be part? We'll make that a shared. We'll make that a shared one. Flower, big. Flower big, flower big, flower big. There it is. Looks great. Let us make a new scene of it so that we can add a right and proper hitbox, because I want to make a nice simple hitbox. Should make it static body, yeah. And we'll make 2 collision shapes, 2 cylinders. These don't need a lot of precision. Okay, that's probably a little too big. Yeah, that should be fine right there. Okay, that looks fine. And we'll put a second one in the middle. Oh, right. These need to be made unique because they are copies right now. There we go. It's probably not going to need to be that tall, but it's fine. Okay. That goes in our scenes. Chapter 1, room F. No, not room F. We're going to say this is shared for this area. Big flower scene. Perfect. Super Mario All-Stars. Yeah! You should play that. Super Bomberman was ready to go. Okay, let's add these to the scene then. We've got our big flowers. We're gonna start them out nice and small though. Best version of Mario. All right, well, what's the big version gonna look like? Like this big? Actually, that might be decent. Is just have a single big flower that grows. Doesn't have to be bouncy or anything, though maybe we will make it give it a little bit of wobble somehow. So when we have a fully grown flower, can we get under it? I don't rightly want you to get under it, but I do want you to be able to get on it. So we're gonna need that to be a little bit higher. We're gonna have to have 2 of these. So maybe this scales down a bit. Maybe we scale this down a bit. And then we have a second one that's a little bit lower and maybe even a little bit smaller. Little jump challenge here. Just a little jump challenge. Let's try and make it nice and straight. Something where you can very easily jump from one to the next. This is chapter 1 after all. So you can just hold straight left. Kaizo flower. It's like these flowers aren't special bouncy platforms or anything. They're gonna be very simple. All right, let's see here. Now, something I haven't really considered how to implement is we are going to want... Nice. Very simple. You can really see like the little outline here. If I actually disable that effect, it's... Here, let me actually see if I can do that real quick on the shaders. Outline shader. Outline shader. If I just set this to 0 real quick. So look at this. Versus this. It's very noticeable. Human bird flu. Otherwise known as the human flu. Okay, something I haven't considered. These flowers need to stay grown once we get them fully grown. I don't know exactly what that kind of code is going to look like. So, I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is, I don't know, just duplicate these. And then, I don't know, hide these copies for later. Now that I've got the position just right. Flower grow animation. We want big flowers 1 and 2. I want to get their position. I want to get their, what else? Scale. Make sure to set it to cubic so it has a nice little pop to it. Boy, can you imagine? People would be doing hilarious falls all the time. Let's go ahead and get rotation available, just in case we want it. Oops. Cubic, 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 cubic. Let's make this 6 second long, maybe? And we're gonna take their current positions and set that as the finale. This is where we want it to be at some point. Boy, checking in on everybody, huh? Keeping up with the Owlses. Wealth check. Al has almost reached the 10% mark legitimately. Alright, so the initial size of these flowers, I think needs to be pretty small. Went down a little bit. Small enough that you can just kind of sail over them with your rounded hitbox. Ugh. All right, flower big, 2. Failed a lot of quests. Thanks a lot, Snail. Okay, so what this looks like when I run this animation is this. Fairly simple. Fairly simple. We want to give it a little bit more pizzazz. I want to give it some bounce. That was a good sound effect for the flowers growing. Actually, hang on. Hang on. Play the animation and perfect. Beautiful. Just how I drew it up. Let's actually overscale it a bit. Let's have it get a little too big and bounce back. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. And then let's have it go overcorrect a little too far. Hang on, let's see how that looks. Boom. Something like that, maybe? It's close. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna need the rotation at all. Good. I mean, I could make it spin. But a flower wouldn't do that, would it now? Would it now? I kind of want to get rid of these now. What if they unfolded? That would require more complex animation. Not impossible. Gave the player hay fever. Perfect. Now let's separate these out a bit more. So it's this one happens first, and then this one happens. Always snail. All right. This mesh, we don't need it. This was just a placeholder to test this. And this gear spinner, we actually want to move that way back here. Next, we need node 3D as flower focus point. What area does the camera need to look at when it pans? All right, I think I've just done it. I think I've only gone and done it here. We're gonna take this other exit here, come out the other side, up here, jump on down. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. Tick, 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 tick. Right. They're not initially in the right size, but that's fine. And then tick, 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 tick. And then we unhook. Astrobot. I don't have a PlayStation. And now we get to here, and now we can just hop on our newly grown flowers, and we're done. We did it. And then you can come up here and get all the secret treasures that there's gonna be. But oh, watch out for the snails and the pigs. Whoa. I'm watching GQ play it. But yeah, the newest console I've got is a Switch. And before that, the newest console I've got is a Wii. There we go. That is looking all right. That didn't take too long either. 45 minutes. See, right now the flowers are grown just because that's their initial state on this scene. We need some way... I have no idea how we're gonna do this. We need some kind of like state manager that I can throw into a scene, and then I can say this object is over here if this flag is set to done. Otherwise, these objects are over here or something. Like, I could use the animation and say, like, okay, this animation when you first load the room, it needs to be at whatever it is at 0. But then, if you come to the room when this flag has been set, this progress flag, then I need it to be in this state. We can have a lot of flowers grow. Like little flowers can pop up, like bloop, 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 and then bloop for the big flowers. Nobody likes the TF2 ones. It's my channel and I get to choose the mini games. That's why we're doing Mario Odyssey Moons again. I'm trying to think about what other dumb things we could have in addition to letters of the alphabet. Huh? Yeah? Yeah? That'd be a great one. What would the meta be? Okay, but yeah, that's some things we can do. Also, so this grass was not set manually. There are NATO phonetic alphabet. Perfect. Numbers I like. So there's a thing called multi-mesh, where you can just take a 3D mesh and you can tell Godot, sprinkle it on top of this other mesh. And that works pretty good, but it does it across all surfaces of the mesh. So unless you're putting it on a plane, if for instance, because I did this, if I said put it on this grass mesh, it was putting it on the sides a little bit and on the under bits here, some were showing up. It was awful. But apparently the Godot API does let you manually place things. So someone has built a nice plugin that gives you more fine-tuned control over where these things get placed. So I may sprinkle a few extra flowers around later, maybe a lower fidelity copy. This one is only big specifically because it's going to grow. It's not complex. It's very low poly, but I could go even less than that if I just wanted to sprinkle a few flowers around with no hitboxes, and I think I will do that at some point. That would be a fun little bit. The Tide Turner. See, it's such a good. The names on some of the TF2 weapons are so well thought out. It is a ship's steering wheel that gives you a faster radius or a tighter radius of turning when you are charging with your shield, which is now a ship's wheel, and it allows you to very quickly turn the tides. It captures everything so well. They're too clever. The achievement names, especially the earlier ones in TF2, they're very smart. I hate it. I hate how smart they are. And then it was just microtransactions for cosmetics, and everything was out the window. It was no longer the clever game, it was the moneymaker. And now we're getting Deadlock, which I can't see myself ever really playing, so there's that. It's fine. Okay, that works. The next thing I want to do before we end the game dev portion of the stream is I want to put a little house over here. I think a little house would look very cute, and that would be what the sprinkler spigot attaches to. So it works, you see. Why do they have a sprinkler system? Don't worry about it. It's a video game. Let there be some whimsy. I'm really using the Shield of Whimsy a lot on my design decisions for this game. Whimsy. That's all. Okay, how big of a zone is this here? Like 8 units, 10 units across. We're gonna build, well, the house, it's a little cabin, and the idea is that's where the fishing frog is gonna live. I don't know if you'll be allowed to go in the cabin or not, but there's gonna be a frog fishing by the water, and he's just gonna be hanging out. He'll talk to you for a bit. It's like, yeah, he put a sprinkler next to his freshwater river. Don't worry about it. Summon lizard. Not enough bugs or fables. Gosh, I hope my game can be half as good as Bug Fables was for this genre. All right, here we go. Building a house. You guys ready? You guys ready for some 3D modeling? Here we go. A little flower. See, that would be lovely. That would be so precious. Boom. He likes flowers now. Porch. All right. Let's see what we can do here. There it is. We got it. Amazing. We need to. All right, we're getting rid of that. We're gonna go log cabin, I think. Low poly-ish if we can. Yeah. Depth 8. Rotate 90 degrees on the x-axis. A little too much. Scale Y. There we go. That's a little bit better. Uh-oh. Oh no. Will I? It me! That's benign. I was expecting terrible things. And yet, it's benign, like a tumor. Good news, GQ. It's benign. Hovercat had Dupu on the big living room TV the other day. It's like, what a weird time we live in. Let's actually scale this just a little bit more. Oh, nope. Scale X 2.5. Oh, no. Y. I'm on the TV. Did Astrobot make him wholesome? Let's do an array modifier. You guys are gonna love this if you've never seen array modifier. Look, now there's 2 of them. Oh, it's getting out of hand. Not very original. Boom, log cabin. Boy, I can only hope so. And then we can cut out a few of them for a door. Although, that'll be a little bit annoying to do. All right, never mind. Forget the array. We're just gonna manually duplicate because I need to... Well, no, we can still do this. We can still do this with an array modifier because we can add a difference modifier so that we can keep it all as one object. So I'm gonna add a cube. There he is. Say hello. There's GameCube. He made it into the game. Move it up. No, scale it by 1.5. Then move it up by 1. There's our door. Believe it or not, there's our door. There we go. There it is. So now what we do is we take cylinder and we add a new modifier, make it a Boolean difference modifier with this cube. Boom. Look at that. This is now a single object that just works. I love it. Oh, yeah. All right. We're gonna make another one of these. Let's see here. This one. Wait, not another one of these. Just another one of these. Oh, that does this as well. Okay, I get it. Okay, move this guy this way by, I don't know, 4, whoop, -4. We need a back. Boolean. When the boo is feeling casual. All right, duplicate that. I keep trying to control D for duplicate. That's not what it is. Look at this, guys. We're speed modeling. Are we good at this now? Have we finally started? Have we made it? Did we make it past that point? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We're gonna let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not scale. GX3. Now scale it down by about that much. 0.75. Oh, that. Look at that. Look at that. We're just playing with Lincoln Logs here. We're just playing with Lincoln Logs. So this one can also be arrayed. An array of an array. We're getting pretty crazy here. The offset.
I never enter you but go right through you. I start as any color but end up brown. I can be very fast but I'll slow you down. What am I? Diarrhea. Always.
Man, King Glurper would love that one. If only that had made it in to Alquest. That's not as cute. That one's not as cute. Windows. We need a couple of little windows. So we're just gonna add a mesh, a cube. Oops. GX-4. Perfect. Scale is already correct. That looks good. So now the last thing is, boy, this is just coming together so fast. Boolean with that, hide that. This is just made of 3 cylinders, believe it or not. 3 cylinders and magic. Subtle eye imagery. Whimsy! Great. Cool. GQ loves it. Okay. Roof. Oh, I didn't think about this. We will need to make these taller to get the triangle of the roof, you know? This is gonna be a little bit heavy on the polygons, but not terrible, I don't think. All right, let's make a roof. What is that? Obviously, that's a cube. Duh. But it's a special cube because we're gonna rotate it 45 degrees on the y-axis, like this, and then move it -3 here. Scale along y. Yeah, that's probably good. I don't think I want a full 45 though, so we're gonna scale it down by, whoops. Ooh, I need to apply the rotation. What is that? What's the, Control A? Yeah. Okay, now scale by Z 0.5. That looks much better. Scale x-axis by 3. Scale y-axis by, nope, scale z-axis by 3. There we go. All right. Well, this is looking pretty good. I think what we'll do is we will edit vertices and just pull these vertices up. It's gonna be kind of a bit razor thin there if I do it that way. Do I want to do it that way? What do we think? Here, let's move it up. we'll eyeball it a little bit here. Like we could do a loop cut here, right? Like right here, and then right here. Just eyeball it. It's fine. And then we can actually take this and this. Take both of these and just move them up until they're basically on top of that. That doesn't... No, let's delete those vertices entirely. And then just make new faces. Select this face. Select this face. Perfect. Love it. Oh, 10 tokens, buying a house. That is coming along nicely. All right. It's gonna overlap those edges a little bit, and that is fine. Next up, I need this to be a lot bigger. So I'm going to duplicate this. This is gonna be the Boolean that I'm gonna end up using. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's why. No guessing letters now. Welcome back from your escapade. This may look really silly, what I'm doing right here, but I promise I have a good reason for doing this. Or do I? Okay. This one here, this upward array that we're doing, go up 2 more, and then do another Boolean. Difference with this. And then hide that. No, not that. Then hide that. Dang it, it's not big enough yet. Like I said, it's a little bit silly, this solution, but it's letting me get the angle right more quickly, so I'm cool with it. Situate that right on top there. How's that looking? There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh. All right, I gotta save this before I lose my work, because I'm actually quite proud of how this turned out. Yeah. It's cozy. That's all mesh. That's no texturing or anything yet. And that's probably fine. I'm okay with that. Needs a little roof, right? Like, it definitely needs a little roof. And this one we're gonna very much eyeball. We're gonna kind of bake it into the side a little bit here. We're inside of it. Hang on. Whoa, okay, we're back. Can we hide the roof temporarily, maybe? That would probably be the simpler thing to do here. A little bit smaller this way. All right, extrude out, add the roof back on so we can see that again. And let's get whimsy. Let's get whimsical over here. Look at this whimsy. Oh, yeah. This is what the kids of today want. Maybe I can even add a little particle effect thing for this. And then let's do an inset. It's not just a box. Do the inset, but scale it on the y-axis. There we go. That is a pretty cute little cabin. A small fence. Yeah, we should build a little fence too at some point. I love this. This looks so fun. All right, materials. Let's do. We're just gonna do base colors for now. We can slap on whatever texture later. Okay, we need. There's gonna be one for. This is supposed to be. Not for that material. Okay, whatever. There we go. Roof. Gets a new material in the form of kind of a dark red roof. Hello? Oh, wait. It's still stuck on this one. Okay. Well, what am I looking at here? Materials. Oh, object mode might help me out. Okay. Good, nice deep red for now. Chimney shed, sure. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then this guy right here. And this guy right here. Which technically could have been the same cylinder. It's okay. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. We're gonna do it in as few individual objects as possible for some unknown reason. Another array modifier, haha, but this one has to go before the Boolean. And then the X offset has to be like -5, -6. All right. It's cute. It works. Let's, we'll throw like a really crappy mesh on as a door. Once we get in here. cabin. All right. So that's going into room F models. This is not a shared one. This is specifically for room F here. I don't know if you guys knew. This is room F, by the way. All right, and then that's it. We just need to have a new node. Right there. We're going to move it over here for the base of the node. We're going to call this one cabin. Cabin is going to get a cabin added to it. That is pretty good already. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow-a-roni, you guys. Oh, that's adorable, first of all. Move that up by 0.5 to get it flush with that. That's pretty good. Scoot it out here a little bit. And then we'll give it a single big collision. In the shape of a box. And we're just going to eyeball it, really. And that is fine for what we're doing here today. That's it. Let's throw a quick door on. Not a very good one. Let's be careful not to make it a good one. It's not going to be interactable at all. Go ahead and change the size of this bad boy. Nice and thin. 4 units tall. We're gonna go 3 units wide and 4 units tall, even though that's overkill. And give it a quick standard material with just, I don't know what kind of albedo we want here. Get it close to the color of, yeah, close to that color, then a little bit darker maybe. All right. And then, oh, the gear. The whole reason that you come over here in the first place is this little gear that's supposed to be like the sprinkler system or something. We're gonna make a 3D gear for this. Also, side type only on the right. Like how I did this here. Isn't that cool? Round top, that would be not out of the question. Let's see how this looks. You can see it from afar. I wish it was a little bit more rotated when you get in. Like you see it at a bit more of an angle. Also, it's pretty big. I think we can scale it down a bit. Like a factor of 2. Yeah, the whole thing is a little bit big. Yeah, I think the proportions are what I want. But yeah, it's bigger than I was wanting. Scale it down. And let's also rotate it a bit. See if I can get that look I wanted. Where you see it at an angle when you first come in. A cute little cabin in the distance! Yeah! We got a cute little cabin in the distance! Let's go! And a little frog will be living out here in front of it. Turn on the sprinklers. And then the flowers start popping up And then the big flowers grow. This is this is what I wanted. This is the game I wanted. Just a fun, happy little world. Yeah, you know there's gonna be a goodie on the other side of the cabin where you can't quite see. Like right here, there's a shine sprite right back here. We'll put an invisible wall so you can't go all the way back there and lose yourself. So it'll be like right around here, there'll be one. Yeah. Honestly, for how long that took, what did that take us? Like 20, 30 minutes tops? That is a good cabin. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, see, I didn't model it with that. Ooh, watch the snail, watch the snail. Snail's coming for us. Snail wants to battle. Cider, Apple product. Very, very good, GQ. It's just far enough that you can't, and I think that's probably okay. I don't want any of the platforming challenges in the game to be too hard. This needs like a little shrub here. I would love little flowers, like mostly dotted around this area. Like just little flowers right around here where the sprinklers are. And a few other sprinklers. Or a few other little flowers just dotting this area. I still to this point do not know what the deal is with this shadow effect, like what's going on with this. I can't have that be in the game, but I have no idea where to start on what's going on there. Do not Google it. I'm going to do that in my own time. I don't want anybody having to spin their wheels trying to like Google stuff that I could spend hours explaining what I'm seeing. I appreciate everyone's help with ideas on stuff, but you guys don't have to deal with troubleshooting. No, Al! See, this is a big area with not a lot in it, so I'm gonna come up with some kind of little optional platforming something or other over here, or maybe just a random character hanging out. Like, I wasn't sure on the size of the areas. Like that first little area we kind of made a while back was like okay, and kind of got the idea of like, okay, a little green hill zone, but this area is big and feels like I can put lots of stuff in it. And the angle of it is very interesting because it's a long room. Put Bowser in the window, of course. That's real, you know. My dad works at Nintendo. I like this. There's nothing here, but I like it. Just a little blob of angles. But yeah, like maybe just a little guy over here hanging out. It doesn't have to be important for anything. Could just be something you see when you first come in that you're like, oh, how do I get up there? Also, I need some visual indication from afar that like this is the way out, because you can't see it from a distance. But you can see that there's this spot between the bushes, so I need some kind of like, I don't know, like an archway, something natural looking. Or maybe like a big signpost. Yeah. Boy, this makes me want to redo these trees with these octagonal logs, because this looks really nice here. Well, that's it, guys. Let's spend an hour playing some video games. I am just absolutely pleased as punch. We've had some nights where I get absolutely nothing accomplished on this. But then tonight is like, yeah, we just built a little cabin by a river. Made some flowers grow. It was beautiful. Very good, GQ. All right, checked it in. Loving it. All right, let's change categories. Oh, try again.